Hello, and welcome to Sacred Rebels podcast with myself, Erika, and Claire.
Clairvoyant psychic medium here. Woo! Yay for the podcast. Guys, we have a timer going on. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that because it comes up weird now that I see. But we're trying to figure out how to keep this under an hour. So we're trying it out, guys. I realized it last time. It was long. We have cough drops and tea. We were sick.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
And
we're coming
somehow
in
also
today.
keep in mind that we haven't even been around each other in person in like at least over a week, and we somehow ended up sick on the same day.
It's been way more than a week, dude. I don't even remember the last time we were in person.
Was it when I came there with Danica?
Yeah.
I think so.
When was that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sleepover. Or we were wow. That was like a month ago, I think.
I don't even know. Time's weird lately.
Yeah, time is weird right now. Okay. So let's get started. Let's talk about what happened yesterday.
Okay,
I
yeah.
completely
So
just like farted out the whole format of what we did. Was that is that what we were needing to do first?
yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. So we introduced ourselves, and now we are realizing that we were sick yesterday, and that's
Yeah.
normally when we do this podcast. So
Yeah. So we're a mess.
we're a day
Hello.
late, and we missed the new moon. So that's what
Yes.
happened yesterday. Yesterday was the new moon in Cancer, and also the nodes shifted.
Swifty.
Yeah. And that's how I'm feeling about it. No, I'm just kidding. But
The nodes
yeah.
switched. That's a big fucking deal. And I weirdly immediately felt it.
I didn't. I think it's because it hasn't switched in my houses yet, maybe. But that's coming
I don't
soon.
even know what that means.
Yeah, like from where the house degrees start, basically. So it's still sitting in my second house, but it'll go into my first house like in a week, I think. By the end of this week, I think.
I don't know. I just I felt better. I got up and I started doing dishes and whatever. And then I sent you a snap or sent probably a lot of people, but I was like, oh my God, I finally just realized I have energy. And I looked at when the node switched and it was exactly when I got up, and that was weird. So I've started talking about that on my TikTok because I want to tell my personal little journey, I guess, when it comes to that stuff. But what that means is we have shifted from the North Node in Taurus, which is your future, South Node Scorpio, which is your past, to the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. So, Erika, what does that mean?
So basically it means that we are being faced with the karma of our past when it comes to Libra energy, and therefore we are kind of shedding the skin right into the next chapter of our lives. So when that comes to Libra, it makes me think of just like people pleasing energy and being nice just to keep the peace, like just peacekeeping energy, even when you need to actually be more blunt and more bold and maybe have a little bit of emotion. Because see, that's the thing about Libra too, is that Libra tends to put its emotions on the back burner for the sake of peace. Like it doesn't like how it feels to be uncomfortable. So in those types of what's the word, like awkwardness, I guess.
Yeah. Unless the scales tip, and that's what's going to happen because it's in the South Node.
Yes, and you're exactly right. So Libras, I believe, are going, especially people with like prominent Libra placements, are going to be kind of tested or facing the bullshit of them acting in that archetype, right? Of them being people
too
pleasers,
nice,
I guess.
too people
nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Whoa.
And I know. And I think that also like it also has to do with the, like what you said, the balance thing. So like, okay, for example, I thought about this today with like the positive versus toxic positivity thing again. And it's like, sometimes you really need to just feel shitty, feel uncomfortable. Things need to be awkward. Confrontation has to happen in order for things to move along and progress. So I think that Libras are just going to be like faced with all the times that they haven't done that and how that has equated to where they are now.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, also, when it comes to the value, so like, I also think it's kind of cool that we have the North Node in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and now we're
Mhm.
going to have the South Node in Libra,
Right.
which is ruled by Venus. So we're also kind of getting that. So I always think of it too with the value thing, like Taurus values a lot of material
Yeah.
things. Libra values what everyone else values. It takes the grand sum vote of all people and goes, that's valuable. Like if a lot of people like this, then it must be valuable, which is also why they're
Wow.
so worried about what other people think about them or being liked or being valued, because they realize that they're only valuable by if enough people think they're valuable. They judge value on what everyone thinks is valuable. So I think that's also going to be tested, because Aries is the opposite of that. Aries goes into uncharted territory to find new value.
Don't give a fuck. Whoa. Whoa. So I'm married to a Libra. That's what my brain is doing. And my best friend's a Libra. Erika has a Libra rising. I have an Aries moon. This is very huge in all of our lives right now. So, but the Scorpio Taurus stuff was also. And one thing that I learned over the weekend, I think, was about this transit is that when the South Node is in Scorpio, I was listening to some astrologer, and he's talking about that's when it is draining. It's like draining in your chart. Um, okay, so let's look at that. When it comes to it's 2, 3, 4. Why that always happens to me? That's so crazy. Okay, so the Scorpio in my chart is all right. My South Node, my Saturn, and my Pluto.
In what
So that
house?
was what was getting drained. It is in my 7th and my 6th house. So draining, not working, my relationships, and then 6th house is Virgo, right?
Yeah, that's like
So my
routines, health.
health,
Yep.
that makes so much sense. A complete death of what I thought health was. Oh my God. Wow. I know
So
I said I
now is
wasn't
this
going to make
moving
this
into your
about
seventh and
myself.
eighth?
Um, 6th and 5th for the South
Oh,
Node.
okay. Yep, that's right. Ooh, okay.
5th. Yikes. But my Aries is in my 12th house. Okay. But anyway, so yeah. Keep going. I quit making me talk about myself. That's an Aries thing that's gonna be coming up a lot right now.
No, and that's oh, thank you. Actually, that is a thing that's going to be coming up a lot now. So Aries energy people, North Node is transiting your sign, so you are going to be more noticed. Your energy is going to be more um it's going to be like what people are looking for, what people are
Attracted to.
trying to, yeah, and they're trying to be like you. The collective is trying to be more like you at this time. But also, oddly enough, with this Cancer new moon, that was occurring in the Aries fourth house, so
Oh
that,
wow.
and also Leo is fifth house
Yeah.
retrograde. So makes me feel like actually Aries people right now are trying to be more inward, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe it's also because since Aries energy is being forced to go a little bit more inward right before this all takes off, they're kind of better able to help the Libra archetype, right? Because Aries is like, you know what? I reflected on it too, and I still think it's worth going after. I still think it's worth confronting, even though I internalized it for a while. And then Libra energy is going to be more likely to be like, okay, because Libra energy just really has a hard because see, that's the thing about nodes, guys, is it's not so much about thinking of it black and white. Like I get like this is bad, like Libra energy is bad right now and Aries energy is good right now. It's more about where can you find the best of both worlds? Where
Yeah.
can you be diplomatic and still stand up for injustices?
Why did you say diplomatic and injustices? Did I just like do something
Because
with the what is popping up? Something is popping up. I don't know. Okay, keep going.
I guess because I kind of just thought of it as like the confrontational energy. So like let's say that Aries, or not Aries, let's say that Libra is, you know, trying to keep the peace and be super diplomatic. Well, that's okay when the fight's not worth fighting. You know, I think that's something that Libra energy is good at. It's kind of good at saying, you know, nah, that's not where I should like pick my battles. That's not worth standing up for. But I think the Aries energy is going to help it really stand up for what is worth standing up for, because that's when Libra energy goes wrong. It's when they're at the fucking grocery store and they see a man beating a woman and they go, oh, you know, I just really don't want to get into a fight at the store today, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Like
Yeah.
that's bad Libra energy, you
Yeah.
know, or that's toxic Libra energy.
Yeah. A lot of bad Libra energy is non-confrontational, talk behind people's back, gossip,
Vain because they care too much about what people like about, or if they like them, you
yeah.
know, fake.
I wanted to use the word like promiscuous, but I don't even know if I know that word, but like having sex with a lot of people, like attention, attention, attention. You know?
Also being kind of like delusional romantically too,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Oh.
Yeah.
My brain just went to immediately Orange is the New Black, the girl that has the like, why are you doing this with your face right
So I
now?
was literally just watching that show right before this podcast started.
Oh my God. Is this your
I was
first time
like,
watching it?
no, I've already seen it before. But I was just like, you know, I haven't seen that in like 5 years. I should
Oh
go
my
start over.
God.
Yeah.
How weird. But you know who I'm talking about? The girl that like Vinny. She's
Yes.
with Vinny. Okay.
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
remember her name right now. But
Me either, but yeah.
she's got very Libra energy. Like full blown.
She's like Libra and Pisces together, you
Yeah.
know? Like amplified in that delusional kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Venus woo woo world. Okay, so anything else about Monday?
So the only thing too to just touch on, because we just kind of brush over it, is the new moon in Cancer. So we are in a new intention cycle, and with this comes us looking at the small details in life that we're either nurturing or like where we're placing our energy. The way that I kind of like to think about it when it comes to intention setting too is like you might have these dreams of like what you want to do with your life, but they're always going to be just fantasy unless you can see the step that's right in front of you, you know, like.
Okay, hang on. I see where you're saying right there, but the Aries in me is like, I never see that first step. I just fucking go.
But in order for you to even go, you have to know where you're going right in front of your face, you know. Like what I'm talking about is the people that get stuck kind of in the fantasy of it, and they can see the thing actually happening, or they can see maybe the step right before it happens or whatever, but they never actualize that dream because they don't see the step that's right in front of them. They think that like
Are
it'll
you
just
talking?
happen someday.
Okay, okay. It's the actual action being
Yeah, because
taken.
it's cardinal energy, and it's
Yeah.
also the nurturing energy of Cancer. So like it's basically touching on like, hey, all those things that you want in the future, you need to take account for all of the behind the scenes work that it's going to take before you actualize that thing that you want in the future. Like right here in the present moment, honing in on your intuition to go where the smallest thing is, where you can start right now today. You know, because like even when you think of Cancer as the divine mother energy, the divine mother, you know, she has a plan, sure, but it's not so much about the plan. It's about she wakes up in the morning and the kid shit his diaper and some milk spilled in the kitchen. They know what's right in front of them. You know, like their intuition is just like, oh, Johnny is hurt and he needs a band-aid. Oh, like, you know what I'm saying?
When you said the Divine Mother, my brain went to Mother Earth. So I want to take you on a little journey with what happened in my head.
Yeah.
The Mother Earth doesn't know what's going on. A earthquake could happen, bad stuff happens, but I think that the thing that is needed in this is the adaptability. In order to be able to nurture yourself and others, You have to have that balance. You have to be able to, like, okay, now this is craziness that's going on over here. How am I still going to take care of myself? How am I still going to take care of others? What needs to go? What am I taking care of too much? What is, like, yeah.
I like that because I do notice that a lot with the wounded mother of going like, oh, well, today was crazy. All this stuff popped up, so I didn't take care of myself. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to take a fucking bubble bath. I don't have time to drink hot tea. Like, I don't have time to journal or meditate. So yeah, thanks for saying that because that is kind of what I'm talking about when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to yeah, adjusting. That you're absolutely right. It's
Yeah.
readjusting your day to where you can still
Adapting
fit the things in your life that you want done. Like
that
you
you
you have to
need. It's a
you also have to
need.
it is a need. And you also have to realize that those things that you want to set your intentions on are going to take a new set of like if you want to be peaceful
You have to
someday.
change. That's what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
you have to meditate. You have to fucking meditate. So like Claire said, you have to be adaptable to make sure you are still meditating or you're never going to actualize peace in your
Yep.
life. For sure. Okay. So,
That was fun.
yeah.
That was a
I
good
guess
time.
we could just move on now to today, Tuesday, which is July 18th. And all I wrote down for today is that the moon is now in Leo. So we're still in new moon energy, like we are still riding on that
Yeah.
energy. But now the moon is in Leo, and also, Pluto, when the nodes shift, it started squaring the nodes, and that's going to be a continuum of all week long.
Wait, I need you to say that. What
Yeah,
did you just say?
Pluto. So Pluto in the last degree of Capricorn is squaring the nodes now on the last degree of Aries and Libra.
Ugh.
And this will be all week long, which we'll also get into,
Okay.
like I told you at the end of this week. Then the sun is going to be at the
That's where
last
the
degrees of
change
Cancer, and
came.
we're going to have a grand cross, a cardinal grand cross. So there's also just this whole week like a lot of pressure to start something new, but that
Mm-hmm.
you can't fucking decide. You want to start all the
Mm-hmm.
things, you can't. So that's also why I said about that focusing on the small things. I think that that's also really needed right now
Mm.
because otherwise you're going to be very confused about like where to start.
So, you know how we always go through things before and then we help people? I
Oh,
think this is exactly what the fuck we did last week.
you're actually
We
super
started
on point.
all the new things. We did all the things. We did so many. We pushed out so much work. We did so many things. And then we fucking crashed.
So we need to tell everybody to not do that. No, fuck it. Do it. If you crash, you crash.
No, you don't want to crash. You need to be taking care of yourself every day. I know
But sometimes you
I
are just
still
going to crash
stretched.
though.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's inevitable. I like, yes. I'm going to get sick all the time is the way that it is. No, I'm not. I don't claim that. But I think that just the message of this in general, the main thing coming from like so much of the South Node energy is we have been trying to maintain a balance and it hasn't. Oh my God, this goes back to what I said, and now I don't remember if I know the words perfectly. Hang on, let me think. The balance is never, you can't have balance. What did I say that astrologer said? Where it was like peace was never an option. Ah, isn't that
Yeah.
such a fucking terrible saying? Or
No, I love that.
whatever. I
I
don't.
love that. I do because I think of all the times in my life where I was a people pleasing fuck to people who were never going to be pleased with me. Peace was never a fucking option.
Okay, that was good. I look at it as the Aquarius brain in my head, I guess, went to the
War.
society, like all that.
Okay,
But
when it comes to that though, I actually feel you there too. Yes, I
yeah.
actually do feel that coming in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Very especially once fucking Pluto goes back into
Oh my
Aquarius again and
God.
we still have North Node in Aries, like that is fully go energy.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Ooh, when's that happen? When do we go back into it's
January.
January? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Oh, pink,
And
pink.
the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was the French Revolution. And they're showing us again. I love the French. They don't take shit.
I don't know anything. Sorry, guys. I slept
Well,
all through
their
social
government,
studies.
their government, their government. I mean, I don't know. I can't really sit and talk like an expert about the French Revolution, but right now their government is trying to raise the age of retirement, and so they are rebelling against that, which is just because
Yeah.
they have better like work conditions than we do. They have better benefits. They have healthcare. They have all these things that Americans don't have,
And they're
and they
still
and they're still fighting when that happens. Like I think that is a good. But I
indicator of
don't
how
know.
fucked we are here. Peace was
Yes,
never an option.
but also I want to say like in America, I don't know, like we can maybe take. I just wish that we could have a revolution that was more safe, I guess, is my point. Like I don't necessarily want everyone.
Can we have a war? But can it please be safe?
Like, do we really
Shut
have
the
to kill
fuck
each
up.
other?
No,
No,
there's
I don't
gonna
know.
be it's gonna be crazy. It's something weird's gonna happen. Okay, let's move on. We were at 20 minutes and we're still at one day.
Well,
So
actually, no, we're not. We're on
oh
today,
yeah,
so
we
it's
went to
okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can go on. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
But yeah, I think that today we're also dealing with this moon in Leo is kind of also foreshadowing to Venus retrograde in Leo. So we
oh
are um
yeah, we're probably getting a preview today of
yeah.
this is what you're gonna be reviewing, redoing, reorganizing, blah, blah, all the whatever during this. I mean, I'm sure you already had a preview because we've been in shadow for a while, but today the emotion kicks
Yeah, you're
connects.
kind
There we
of
go.
getting a little bit of an inward peek at how you might be perceiving your relationships in the near future.
Or money. It's
Or
Venus.
just
Relationships or
value in
money.
general.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so that's today.
so Wednesday, Sun trine Neptune. So Sun in Cancer, almost out of Cancer, is going to trine Neptune in Pisces. So we're going to have a cool little water trine to also be processing our emotions um in a more like belief connected way. So we might be like, oh, I feel this because I believe this. We might see kind of these
Oh,
connections. Or I think I'm this because I believe this.
okay. Oh, because Neptune. But
Yeah.
then there could be delusion in there. There can be
But then also Mars opposed Saturn same day. And Saturn is also in Pisces and Mars is in Virgo. So then we're also acting on things out of like our moral
logic.
beliefs, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I'm seeing it.
Okay.
It's like, well, you know what? I am this person because I believe this. I believe
Yeah.
in this. I
You're
believe I am
logically
this type
figuring
of
it out.
person. Yeah. And then you're
Okay.
also logically like, well, this is also my morals and like, because your morals and your beliefs have a lot to do with each other. And I guess what I'm saying is I think you'll know where to prioritize your energy if you're coming from that place, if you're coming from a place of
Okay.
your morals and your beliefs.
Good. Perfect. Sorry.
Okay, now we're moving through it really quick. Do you have anything to add to that?
Um,
Because that's Thursday.
and we're still in the moon in Leo.
We're still in the moon in Leo, and wait, hold on a second.
We're on Wednesday. Yeah. That's tomorrow.
Hey, go away. No, the moon's gonna move
Ugh,
into Virgo
that's
also.
what I thought.
I said that. I put that. What the hell? My eyes didn't even see it. So yeah, moon moves into Virgo on Thursday, and no, we were still
Pairs
on
up with
Wednesday.
Mars.
That's the
Okay.
problem. We were on Wednesday. Oh my god.
It's okay, Erika. Forgive yourself. Your
Okay.
Libra is not perfect, and it's okay that it's not perfect. It's okay. Learn from the Aries.
I know this one's gonna drag me, I think.
Okay, so when does the moon move into Virgo?
Not until Thursday. So yes, Wednesday we still have the moon in Leo. That's what,
Okay.
and yeah, that's what I should have said from the
Yeah.
get-go.
So I think that was something like I don't think that there's much going on Wednesday. So moving on to Thursday, having the moon go into Virgo, that's when it's going to pair up with Mars and I don't know. I'm a
Ooh,
little
good point.
intimidated by this because when I don't have any Virgo in my chart. So whenever the moon's in Virgo, I kind of reorganize everything. Clean everything.
Yeah. I don't know if
So
ever Virgo ever really hits me as bad as you. I've noticed that. But Virgo is my 12th
so
house, so I
something that
feel
I have noticed though is that I have Pisces in my Mars. So Virgo is the opposite. And I have noticed like if you have Libra in Mars and the moon is in Aries, you have more energy.
mm,
I don't
no,
understand
that
it.
makes a
I
lot of
might have made it
sense.
up in my head. I don't know.
No, it
But
makes sense.
I have noticed for myself just like in my own life that once that Leo starts hitting, that's when I am like, "Oh god, I got to start fucking doing shit," you know? I'm dying.
Oh, yeah, I also think like critical energy. Ooh, especially with that opposed to Saturn. Think about that. That's like
Ooh,
very critical.
like cancel culture feel.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because it's like, oh, that doesn't line up with my morals, you know?
Whoa.
Because I think of Saturn and Pisces as very like I know the right, like I like being
Yeah,
very like,
wise.
yeah, like I know what's right. Um
And we don't have time for the judgment anymore. It's stupid. It's getting in the way.
well, and again, remember, I think again, all this week we're having cardinal cross energy, like so we're gonna
So
be
tell us
very
what that
confused.
means. What is the
I
cardinal
just
cross?
think it's gonna be like we're gonna be trying to start or accomplish everything all at the same time. We're gonna be very confused where to place
What
our
is this
energy.
cross though?
Oh, so uh it is going to be between the sun, the nodes, and Pluto.
Okay, so all the cardinal stuff. Okay, so that's I had to just understand it, I guess. So all the cardinal stuff is pairing up this week and blasting us to make fucking change.
To start something, to
And
like,
Aries and North Node, that's the baby bird feel. Let's start something. Okay. But then we have all this shit going in retrograde that's going to be like, no.
ooh, yeah. Again, I'm just feeling it as that what's right in front of your face. What can you fucking stop fantasizing about what you're going to do 10 years from now? What can you fucking do right now?
Okay.
Not even just say, what can you do today? I mean, what can you do like right now?
Okay.
Trying to be more in the moment. I think that this Cancer new moon is giving us help with that to be more in touch intuitively in the moment. So if you are staying in the moment, your intuition will tell you what to do right in front of your face. And then I think that it's also just allowing transformation to happen from that. Maybe.
I think that being in the moment, being doing right what's right in front of your face, I feel that that is a lot of Aries energy too, and I love that you're saying that because that's not normal for you. Because Libra energy will not like if I like just off the wall example. If I say, "Hey, let's go to this restaurant," and I just get in the car and go, I can't ever surprise Cho with a restaurant or like anything like that. He has to have time to memorize the whole menu and fully decide what he wants. Aries energy, on the other hand, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where it's at. I am just trusting that the GPS is going to take me there. And when I get there, I'll figure it out. So that's very in the moment and going with the flow also. But it's action. And I think
Yeah.
that for you is very uncomfortable with that because, ooh, and that's all the Capricorn with you too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that like Yeah, I think it's more confrontational for me. Like, I think of it as in, like, let's say you need to send a message to someone. So, like, what you just said about showing the menu reminds me of thinking what I'm going to say before I say it, right? So, like, I have to type a message to someone. Oh my God, let me overthink it for way too long before I fucking send the message to make sure it
That's your
sounds
Leo.
good, to make sure I'm being perceived the right way. Is that my Chiron in Leo?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
Cho's
could see, I
Chiron
could
is in
agree with
Taurus,
that.
and his is because of food.
Good point.
Oh my God. No, because I'm like, no, this is literally food for Cho. Like, he wants to have time and space to, like, will that be good? Is that going to taste good? Is that good? Like, every single one.
He doesn't want to be put on the spot about his food choices.
Yep.
No, that's awesome. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be very uh pop offy, you know, for a
Well,
lot
that's
of people.
Aries. So,
Yes.
you know, I mean, if you've been following me and watching anything that I ever say, whenever Aries energy comes in, that's the flinging dick energy. It is. It's
And
just
then
that
also with all this
douchebag
Leo
guy.
energy on top of it. My God.
Yeah. And the confidence with the Leo energy. But then, right when the confidence starts, then Venus will be going retrograde.
I hope that Venus in retrograde is more of a I hope it's still a confidence thing, but it's more like feeling it inwardly. Like
Yeah.
oh, you know, I don't need people to tell me that I'm good at this. I can like feel the pride, you know, I can feel the pride on the inside for the things that I know I'm good at, for the skills I have. I hope.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. I hope. I don't know that that's exactly how it'll play out.
No,
If
I
you're
think you're
not
going to
feel
have a
I can
lot of
see
ego.
I was gonna say because I can see if you're not feeling the way I just described, then it's gonna hurt a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so also on
Next.
Thursday, so Moon moves into Virgo and Venus makes a trine and sextile to the node. So as Pluto is squaring everything, Venus is also trining that whole group. Isn't that kind of
Oh
funny?
God,
So
it's so much. Yeah.
because you know that last degree in fire sign of Leo is, you know, trending that last degree of fire sign in Aries for the north node. And I think that it's kind of just showing us like how this Venus retrograde is also going to push us in that forward momentum in the collective, you know, like. And I think when it comes to a fire sign, it's really showing you like what you want to fucking manifest. So actually this whole thing just came to me. I feel like for a long time now we have been in very stagnant stuck energy when it comes to manifesting things, and I think that that is going to be the biggest shift going on this week and going forward, is that things are going to start popping off because we're working with fire, you know, like fire is the manifesting energy.
Putting myself on mute.
And so I think that, you know, as long as you have been doing the work over the last few years, you're going to be manifesting and working towards the things that you really want, the things that you really value. The new level of awareness that you have built for yourself is bringing things into your life that are really aligned with you, right? But the people that haven't been doing that, you're going to see things pop off in your life that you're going to be hit with like, oh shit, I actually didn't want this. And you know, now that you say that, I say that out loud too, I was thinking about the last Venus retrograde, and that's exactly what happened to me. I was being very delusional about something I thought I wanted, and then once, you know, a couple of years later, completely fucking regretted that and was like, that is not what I wanted.
We were just talking about that before we got on here. That was a big thing for me too. So don't sign. I see. I don't like doing that. I don't like being like, don't sign up for stuff. Like, don't like retrogrades, whatever.
No,
It's not that. It's a slow the fuck down.
I think it's also
Really
a pattern thing.
feel it.
I
Okay.
think it's also a pattern thing because I think that if like you are noticing in your life right now similar themes to the last time all of this happened, you know, then that's kind of showing you like, yeah, okay, so you still had the chance to get that thing that you wanted, and now you're more fucking clear about it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Now you
Yeah.
really value the shit that we gave you. So go
Okay.
on, child, you know?
Okay. You said a pattern thing. I took that negatively. So I love that you
It
just said
could
that
be,
because
it
it
could be
yes, it
negatively,
could.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Because if you haven't been doing the work and you have just been living unaware, then of course you're not going to notice it. And you're
Mhm.
still just going to be blaming and going, oh, why me? Why does this keep happening to me? You know?
Yeah.
But if you've been working on it, then you're gonna be aware of it coming back around and be like, wow, I feel totally different this time.
Fuck yeah. Good.
And I think you'll also notice that when it comes to your values, your morals, your beliefs, and everyone else's too, where you're gonna be like, oh my god, like why do I have friends and like why do I spend my time with people that don't have the same morals and values and beliefs as me, you know? So that could be coming up a lot with this Venus retrograde too, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Friday. Friday is when the Grand Cross energy like really kind of gets more intense.
So
Plus Mercury.
that's the cardinal push pressure to start new. So this is on Friday. Okay.
I want to say like
The,
also too we're getting done with that Cancer like the sun is about to move into Leo.
so this is the toothpaste time of Cancer.
Toothpaste time of Cancer. And we're still in the toothpaste time of Capricorn with Pluto too, right? You know, for the next of or the rest of this year. And I think that this is kind of also like that moment where you can lean on the Cancer energy before you're back
Okay.
into.
So nurture yourself. Choose to nurture yourself. Choose to take care of yourself. Choose to soothe. And then we're going to be jumping into Leo season and it's going to, yeah, it's
So
different.
yeah, when it comes to like you being confused on where to start, you know, like how I said that, like you kind of want to just do all the things. I think that if we could pinpoint our focus in any direction, it would be Cancer right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Think of Cancer as like think of Cancer energy as the Pluto in Capricorn. You know, it's like, oh, I don't have to force this transformation to happen. Like, let's just let the transformation happen, honey.
Mm,
You know? And then
hmm
same with the nodes, like, oh, I don't have to fucking ram through this and let go of all my people pleasing mentality. It's like mother energies up there going, you'll know when, sweetie. Like you'll know when to be a bull and you'll know when to not. You know, it's okay, calm down. So that's what I think that
hmm.
that you all should hold on to through this whole thing. Yeah.
I like it. Almost imagine like mothering yourself. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that too.
Hmm.
Like a little alter ego.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Is
I
this the
actually
last
really like
day of
that.
Cancer?
Uh, Saturday is the last
Oh,
day.
okay.
I also like it too with this Leo energy though, because if we take that alter ego mom approach, we can also be doing a lot of healing with our inner child. And also on Friday, Mercury in Leo is going to Mercury's still in Leo, right? Yeah. Mercury in Leo is going to start trining Chiron in Aries too, you know? So back with that. That's what I also think is a cool thing about the North Node in Aries, by the way, is that it's touching on a sign where Chiron has been for a long time, you know, and where it will continue to be. So, this whole confrontational energy within the collective has been wounded. You know, we've been going through what like it's like that broken part of us. Like, why can't I confront these things? Why can't I go in this uncharted territory? Why can't I fucking be me? Why can't I just be myself? Why can't I just get what I want? Why can't I just go where I want to go? Um, so with this North Node, we're going to be I think we're going to be facing that a lot too, and I think that we're also going to be facing with the Leo energy, like why do I feel worthless? Like why do I feel like I'm not valuable enough? Like that kind of thing. And then the Cancer energy again, if we can kind of like hone in on that mothering energy,
You
you
are
know, it could
good
kind of,
enough, honey. It's
yeah,
okay. Look at how far you've came. Look at what's going on. Look at who's around you. You are loved. Okay.
you've made it so far. Done
Yeah.
so good. Just keep going.
Okay. I love that.
Me too. Huh. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so then we move on to Saturday. And all I wrote down for this day is that so it's the day before we go into Leo season. It's the day before Venus goes retrograde and Lilith conjuncts Venus. Exactly.
Lilith conjuncts, and conjunction is positive.
It means that they're like right on
Oh,
top of
right on
each
top of
other.
each other.
So
Okay.
they're both their energies are like, you know, it's that's like full team up, like, you know,
Okay.
energy. So
So I need you to give a description of what Lilith is.
so I feel like everybody has a different description of
I
Lilith,
know.
but I always think of Lilith as I think of Lilith kind of as like Kali energy too. You know, it's like the wounded feminine, um, the woman who was like deemed to be evil just because of her feminine aspects. Like that's also the witch energy, like all the things. It's very much that. And then when it's combined with Leo, it's like
I'm going to fucking Phoenix the shit out of this and like you're going
I
to
think
hear
of
about
it
it. You're going to know I was wounded. Think of Leo
I think of
moon
it
energy, like, you know?
I think of it also as like how uh like if you like all the things that you're good at that you have skills in and how those things have been oppressed within you if we're thinking of it more broadly in general
Okay.
for like both sexes, you know. um I
Okay.
think of it kind of like, do you know the Joker, the movie with Joaquin Phoenix, was it that did the
Mm-hmm.
newest one?
Mm-hmm.
Because of like the drama within that, right? But then also like just him being demonized or oppressed or whatever when he was just trying to like play the role in his own
Okay.
life.
I think I figured out what is just happening. So what you huh. Wait, okay, hang on. What is Lilith in right now?
Leo.
Okay. So this is because it's Leo, it's going to be more personal and more outwardly, I don't even want to say known. So this is the thing that you probably talk about all the time. Like, this is the wound, like, oh, I have, like, this is, okay, so let me think of what this is for me. Let me think. What is my diabetes, me being sick, my, like, I could say that, you know, like, that's my wound. That's my, I don't know where I'm going with that, but that's what just happened in my head. And um this pairing with, it's pairing with Chiron, you said, in Aries.
Wait, hold up.
Isn't
What
that
is
what you just
pairing
said?
Lilith?
Wait.
Lilith? No, the
No,
conjunction.
the conjunctions with Venus.
Yeah, Venus and Lilith.
Okay. Okay, so Lilith is the wound. Like, this is, it's not the wound. God damn it, I keep fucking that up in my head.
It's the oppressed.
Okay.
Oppression.
I got to do research. So this, I'm at that point now in my head because I have my Lilith coming up and it's going to be like, now you just made me realize that I think that this whole festival is going to be based off of my fucking Lilith.
Well, Claire, my Lilith is at 0 degrees Aquarius, which is like where Pluto just was and is going back into. So like
Oh
Pluto's
my
been
God.
fucking, yeah. So no,
So
I
you
feel it.
too.
I
Yeah.
think that, yeah.
Okay, so I need to do more research on Lilith because from what I have, just the very, very, very tiny little bit that I know is your desires, your secrets, your like hidden truth kind of a feel or whatever.
Ooh,
And that could even be
vulnerability.
like sex stuff too, you know, like whatever. So with that pairing with it on, this is on Saturday.
Yeah.
And right
Well, it's
before it
Friday
goes
too.
retro. Okay. Ooh, guys, this is uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable feeling. Like stuff is going to come out. You need to talk about it.
I think that I like that you brought up so I wanted to use the word oppression, like all the ways that you've been oppressed. But
Mm-hmm.
then you also brought up like vulnerability is a good point to that too, because all of the times that you have been oppressed, like Leo energy, for being you, for being the star, for standing out, for
Mm.
shining, all the times that you've been oppressed for that also directly correlates with your inability to be vulnerable. Now you're like a hardened shell that will never sing in front of people again because of the last time that people made fun of you when you sing in front of them. Like that's why I brought up the Joker energy for
Wow.
me, you know,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
like because that's the Joker energy phoenixing kind of, you know, it's like going back and like, oh fuck you, I'm gonna still be the star, you
Yeah.
know,
It's kind of
like
like,
I don't give a fuck if you laugh at me, you know.
yeah. That's like for me, it's just me being who I am. Like I dress who I like I do, like the witch energy, all that. I thought of with my husband, him being Asian, that's where his like whatever oppressedness is. And like everybody has a thing. And this is
But
going to like come up a lot because that
it's
Venus
also like
energy.
the things you're good at too, you know, what
Yeah.
makes you valuable, your talents, your skills, like that's what I'm kind of
Uh,
seeing it as. So
oh my
I
God. Okay, so even that being like, okay, this is something that you're good at. This is what you really wanted to do in your job and your life and your blah 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 blah. But when you hit this moment and you hit that like pairing or whatever, just that energy in general, I think it's a I don't want to do this anymore. This is not feel good, or it is a let's adjust, let's make something better or whatever. But think we're going to be going right into this Venus retrograde and it's going to be uncomfortable. Everything is going to be okay. You go on from here because I'm talking out of my ass.
you're not. No, you're not. I think that yeah, I agree. I think that we're going to be faced with being vulnerable. Let's just say that.
Yeah. And
All of
choose
that
to.
feels vulnerable.
Everybody should choose to be vulnerable. I know it's uncomfortable, but I think that the world would be a better place. My Aquarius is shining right now.
I just wrote a whole post about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
about
mean, it
how like
would.
because the status, and that's kind of something that we're going through with Pluto and Capricorn. The status quo with vulnerability is that it equals weakness. So
Yep.
everybody thinks if you're vulnerable, you're weak, but
Yep.
bullshit. Actually, vulnerability takes great strength, especially
Yeah.
when the society views it that way, right?
Yep.
So to open it, but you're right, it would make the world a better place because if everybody could just open up and say how they feel and say the mistakes they've made in their past,
Yeah.
and if we could all just be chill and open about that, we could fix a whole lot more problems because then we would actually know what to fix. Right now, we
Maybe
don't even know
this
what to
is
fix.
maybe this is why it's difficult for us to talk about this because we have that Aquarius energy. Because what you were just talking about, and like I have moments like this with my clients where I'm like, why didn't you just say that? Like, why didn't you just talk about it? Why didn't you do that? But maybe that's the Leo energy. They people pleasing. They don't want
And the
to.
Libra, yeah,
They
they don't
care.
want
Yeah.
people to view them in a bad way or take
Mm-hmm.
them off. But also with the Leo energy, you kind of have a tendency to put yourself on your own little delusional pedestal. And if people
Yeah.
trigger you off of that, you know, that fucks with your whole ego, you know?
Yeah.
So okay, also, so just to kind of move on into Sunday, big fucking day. So that's when the sun moves into Leo and Venus turns retrograde and the moon moves into Libra.
Oh my God. Oh
This
my
week is so
God.
crazy. I can't even. That's why we're having a hard time doing a podcast over it and even like still keeping it in a good time frame because it's
Because we
like
have to be in that energy when we're talking about it, you know? So it is a lot. Oh
it's
my
like
God.
overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. Every single astrologer that I talked or that I talked to, look, every single astrologer that I listened to that is all like, this is the Super Bowl of astrology. This is the biggest fucking event the entire year.
Super Bowl of
Yeah.
astrology. I love that.
This is the biggest fucking deal is this week. Everything fucking changes. It's not a normal week.
And you really got to focus on the small things. I'm feeling that is like probably the most important thing I've said of all of this
Yeah.
podcast, because
Yeah.
I feel like everything else we've said in this
Right,
podcast
right in
is
front of
the
your head, or right in
because
front of your face.
everything that we've said so far in this whole podcast is like, this is going on over here, and then that
Yeah.
fire is burning over there, and then that's
Yep.
going on over there. And so I think that's why this keeps popping into my head. It's like, yeah, but just like what's right in front of your face,
Yep.
you know? You need to take a fucking shower. Like, you know,
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about all your goals. Take a fucking shower. Like, that's step one, right? I don't know. That's just how I'm seeing it.
No, I love it. That is exactly like I thought about myself this morning. Like, I know that I had a session at 10. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up like right around when Cho gets up, like 8:30, whatever. I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna be ready, whatever. But in that time, I was like, I also want to like do the laundry, let's strip the bed. I think about like, okay, what is going to make my life easier later, you know? Um, and that's just what's in front of me instead of me focusing on work or
fantasizing about what you want to see things like in the future, you know, because
yeah.
that's taking you out of what you could be doing right now.
Yes. Yeah. So I just realized why. Oh, Aries energy, when we have this node shift, we are coming from a year and a half of figuring out how to be comfortable in Taurus, and it's launching you right out the fucking baby bird's nest right now. No more comfortableness. Peace was never an option. Get the fuck up. It's time to do something.
Because what I also too, what we said about the value thing, you spent the last year and a half getting real about what
Yeah.
you value, you know, sifting through all of the psychological shit that has been
Yep.
holding you back in the past. Now you're chilled with that, and now you know what you really value, not what toxic you valued, what real you value. So now that you know that, like, you know what, go, like, what are you doing? What's right in front of your fucking face? Yeah.
Change. So what is happening on Sunday? So let's break it down.
So Leo season. So Sun moves into Leo. Sun loves being in Leo, and we've been dealing with a lot of Leo energy, and Mercury's still in Leo. So uh this is
This
about
is
what
pure summer feel. Leo energy is always just very sunshine, you know.
confidence,
Yeah.
your inner child, playfulness,
Hmm.
romance, creativity, solar plexus, like, you know, you're
Hmm.
going and you're creating and you're doing things. And Venus retrogrades into Leo at the very last degrees is like, where are my peeps at? That's kind of how I just saw it. Like, you are fully stepping into the sun energy of
Okay.
Leo. So you're popping, you know, you're on it. You're confident. You know what you want to do. And then you, like, the Venus part is like, okay, why doesn't anyone else see it like this? You know, why
Oh,
do you
so
not?
it's gonna go more inward. Ooh, it's gonna be a weird summer. Okay.
I just got the whole, it's a cruel, cruel summer. Dude, and then the Barbie movie, we already talked about that.
Yeah. The Barbie movie coming out in Leo season. Like, duh. And the
Is it?
delusion of that is
I was gonna say,
hilarious.
because why are people so obsessed about it? Is it kind of making fun of Barbie? Is
I
like,
have
what's
no
the
idea. I
premise?
haven't watched
Okay, I have no
any.
idea either.
Yeah. Although I know that yeah, Simu Liu is in there and he's Asian. The Asian, I don't mean to sound like stupid. He's beautiful. I don't give a fuck. I love him. And he was on, what is that? He's the superhero. Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I know that Billie Eilish came out with a song for the movie because Danica's obsessed with Billie Eilish, and it was kind of,
For
huh?
Barbie?
Yeah.
Oh,
You should watch it, because the
yeah.
video itself is very interesting because it's like Billy all dressed up Barbie like, and then she has like a little fake closet and fake clothes in front of her, and the clothes are like all of the outfits that she's like iconic for, and she's just like hanging them up on this thing, and then everything blows off. So it's kind of like, in my head, I thought of it as like symbology, along with the words that she was singing. It was like symbology of how people have treated her like a plaything, you know? And like
Yeah.
how it's like she's more than just the clothes she wore, and she's not just your little play doll. She's a real
Wow.
person
She's more
with,
than just that character, that
yeah.
whatever.
And
Yeah.
that's Leo as fuck. That's Leo energy as
Wow.
fuck. Like, because Leo is the character energy. It is the
Yeah.
character you
Main
play.
character. Yep.
But then I
You
think
just
with
said
that
I
Venus
have to.
retrograde,
Okay. No, no, no. Keep going.
well, I just think that with the Venus retrograde, you're going to start seeing people outside of you like that. It's going to be like, hey, you just saw me as this character in your life. You didn't see me as your best friend. You didn't see this, like, you didn't feel this love connection. Like, me, did I just play a
Ooh.
part in your life?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Leo season, and then very shortly after, Venus goes retrograde.
And the moon moves into Libra
Okay.
that day as well. So,
So Venus being retrograde, let's just break it down. This is love, relationships, money. Um, I mean, you got to look at where Leo is in your chart. You got to figure it out what's going to be going on for you, you know. All I can say is I know that when Cho and I very first started dating, we went through our first Leo retrograde, and I broke up with him. I broke up with him for like 8 hours, and it was a whole. It was just it's a lot. We're both very Venus people, you know. I'm Pisces and Taurus, and he's Libra and Taurus. So Venus, it's hard. So those of you that have a lot of Venus, it's a hard transit, and it feels forever, and like you're going to be waiting and blah blah blah. But like this is the time to tap into that creativity, that whatever you've been meaning to be getting into, because
inner
Leo
child.
is, yeah, that's what I just want to say. Like Leo is like you. What have you really wanted to do? What did you want to be when you grew up?
What character are you playing?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Why do you love yourself? Do you love yourself?
Yeah. That's weird. Why do you love yourself? Huh.
Well, I just thought, like you can name off why you love your significant other.
Yeah.
Why do you love yourself?
I know. I've never thought of that. I'm sitting here like, why do I love myself? What? I have to. I'm here. Like,
Because I've been told I have to. That's why.
yeah, because I'm fucking goddamn human in this meat
I think
sack.
that's also funny you said it that way, because we do usually think of it as like, what do you like about yourself, not
Yeah,
why do you love yourself. Hmm.
yeah. I like it though. Like I like why do now my brain is eating it. Okay, we gotta move on.
All right, so that's all I've got for the week. I know that I could probably say a lot more, but
Yeah.
we talked about a lot, so we can go ahead and move on to tarot.
Okay. Um. All right. I'm excited because I'm doing a little obviously different. We're gonna change it up because stuff is different. Excuse me, Pinky. Um. This is the cute ghost tarot, the Seven of Blades. So I'm going back OG with this, and I'm using the Modern Tarot Michelle's Tea. I haven't done this forever. I feel like I might have did it. Not like I don't know. Anyways, the Seven of Swords. Hang on, let me see here. I know that I read like the first pair. I'm just gonna go. The Seven of Swords is a paranoic's worst nightmare or dream come true. It will allow you to indulge in and engage all of the plotting and planning and scheming that usually begins and ends in your head. When this card pops up, something's up. Secrets, tricks, the name of the game. This is the big question. Are you the trickster or is someone tricking you? So I know I read the first one and then the last one usually. Okay. Wait. If you're feeling a desperate energy, hang on, I gotta go. I gotta read the whole fucking thing. It looks good. Okay. Look at the little mug on our little thief, looking totally smug for scampering away with a pile of stolen swords. They've left behind a couple swords because it's time to skedaddle. The troops are in the way back, have spotted the situation. No big deal, though. This person has gotten what they wanted, and the stolen swords are the secret weapons. Oh, okay. Before we talk about your secret weapon, the card begs for a soul searching. You are almost certainly about to take some underhanded action. You're going to be sneaky and possibly deceitful. You will tell lies at the very least via omission. The tarot understands that there are times in life when you can't be honest. Sex workers often can't be honest about their jobs for the fear of arrest and other traumatic social punishments. Sometimes queer and trans people have to pretend to be other than who they are. This is fucking perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than who they are for their own physical emotional safety. The world is full of creeps and tyrants. Perhaps you are having to deal with one and must keep your victory plan a secret. Maybe you are in an occupation where political scheming makes or breaks careers, and you've got to play ball or lose hard. If these situations ring true, the Seven of Swords has your back. Keep your plan to yourself. Trust no one. Make your strategy as foolproof and then strike. Victory is yours. But if you are feeling a desperate energy, clawing sensation, and feel that the only way to get what you want is through deceit and dishonesty, you might want to go question that philosophy. Where did you learn this? Is it possible there's another way? As the street artist Seth Tobaccoman boldly proclaimed in a piece stencil art I passed on for years for San Francisco, you don't have to fuck people over to survive. I love that.
Ooh.
If you disagree with this statement, the Seven of Swords has come as a warning that your motives and methods are gonna bite you in the ass. It's time to develop a new way to live. Oh my fucking God. Okay, so there's also a socially withdrawn component to this card. Our little shoplifter is turning their back on the brightly colored tents of civilization. Everyone needs a timeout from social activity every now and then. Solitude is soothing and it allows for focus and relaxation without distraction. Getting offline can be crucial to maintaining a serene brain space. But if you are huddled away, licking your wounds, feeling superior, and generally hating on the human race, the Seven of Swords has arrived to coax you back into the land of the living. Pick a preferred human to schedule a hangout to remind yourself that not all humans are bad. Okay. That was amazing. The next one is spring. How fucking fitting. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so this is the Alchemy deck by Kim Kranz. I switched it. We were doing the other one. Now we're doing Alchemy. Oh, hang on. I'm having texture issues. I gotta have lotion. Oh. This is how you know I'm on the spectrum. I know it. Whatever. Okay. All right. When spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory and we realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside the work of the winter. Oh, it's Pinky. The work of the winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own. It's generation time. You may be dreaming up of a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. All Venus. Spring is the season of the east, where the sun rises and the light enlights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push you through. You made it through the winter, and the blubs burst on their own. Oh, bulbs, the blubs.
Blobs burst on their own. Yeah. We are goofy today.
Oh, that was funny. Okay. Spring has a what's next quality to it. So sit in the stillness and envision the horizon. Sit with the image until it shifts. You see something coming your way. Buds and grasses push up, and during spring season, this is a driving momentum to it. So keep an eye out for impatience, anger, and or pushiness. So in order to go deeper, you can look at Luis Bergoge's sculpture Spring from 1949 and to ponder the flower within the bud. Wow,
I
how
want to
fucking
say
fitting
too,
because of the retrograde.
I want to say too that I feel like we should all go back and look at what intentions we set in the spring, like Aries season, like Aries new moon. What did we want? Or even if you did like a your spring equinox, like
Oh,
go
yeah.
look and see what you were like trying to manifest back then, and then ask yourself, am I still bringing those things into fruition? Like, am I watering and nourishing those things?
Yep. Wow. Then the next one is Freya. And this is the Moon Witch deck. Oops. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, here we go. Freya is the goddess of love and war in Norse mythology. She is also associated with sex, lust, beauty, witchcraft, fertility, abundance, and death.
There's
Jeez,
another Lilith energy
God,
thing,
yeah.
remember?
And
Yeah.
I've been told I actually have like Freya in my circle and I know nothing about her. So here we go, same fucking juge. Okay. Freya is a seeker of pleasure, thrills, and passion. Some believe she only cares for the chaos of desire. Wow. Okay. But modern pagans and witches know Freya is much more than a lover or a passing nightmare. She is a powerful ancient goddess. She is a warrior queen, a shapeshifter, and a wild and untamed force of nature. Okay. Freya teaches us about self awareness, self worth, self love. She sees the beauty in everyone and everything. Freya loves all. Freya reminds us to enjoy ourselves. Whoops. By singing and dancing and making love. Life is not just about the struggle of paying bills and losing weight. Oh my God. Learn from Freya, be present in your body and feel the emotions and sensations felt by human beings. Freya's essence is represented by honey, and she speaks the language of poetry. Her spirit animal is a cat, which is a sacred link to the moon.
Wow.
Um, okay, so the other thing with this deck is that they do a spell. And I took a picture of it. I don't know if I'm gonna read it. Let me see. I'm just gonna start to read it, see if it's okay. There's a long history of witches using sugar, honey, maple syrup, and other sweeteners in their spells and rituals. The purpose of the sweetener in a spell is to promote love, kindness, joy, harmony, while delivering what you truly desire. An easier, sweeter, more fluid life with less obstacles. So, like this is what it says for the spell. You could have a mason jar, a piece of paper, and a pen, honey, and a small candle. Sit down with this pen and paper, write down your heart's desire. It could be anything. I want to love myself more. I want to be published author by this time next year. I want to meet a soulmate. Whatever this desire could be as specific as possible. This is this new moon energy. We could be doing this right now. Okay. I got excited. Okay. Once finished, roll up the paper and place this inside the mason jar. Put the honey over it until the jar is filled. God, that's a lot. Pour the
That is
honey
a
over
lot.
it until the jar is filled. Okay. And then close the lid tightly. You may choose to add some herbs, crystals, elements inside the jar. This is the intuitive part of the spell, and it depends on what kind of intention you are working with. If you are asking for love, you can include rose quartz, rose petals. If you are working with a financial abundance, perhaps a dollar bill, coin, basils. Listen to your inner voice. Once finished, place that votive candle on the top of the lid, and you can ask Freya for guidance and support. Let that candle seal your spell by dripping the wax down the sides of the jar. You can keep the honey jar at your altar or bedside. Keep it for as long as you feel connected and aligned with it. Everything you wrote until your wish comes true. I'm fucking doing this.
So I'm going to too, but I'm going to use a small jar because I
Yeah,
can't.
fuck that with
Don't
the
use the
honey.
fucking
Yeah,
mason jar with the
yeah.
honey. Holy shit.
I don't know. I saw it like I'm sitting here trying to read it. Like, there's no way that they mean put. Okay, it just says like pour honey over it until the jar is filled, but you can put so much stuff in it. So you can put herbs and all kinds of stuff and like have all like this could be like my god. Oh my god, I just got an amazing idea. All of the stuff in my god box and chose god box, we're gonna do that. Okay, I got it. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put it in our own little jar and yeah. This is kind of like what I did for Maybon for my when we got married. The knots. But I love this because the wax seals it with your intention and yeah. Okay, I'm going to quit nerding out about that. I never do spells, but this has a candle involved and that's why I'm all about it. Okay, so going back to the 7 of swords. The 7 of swords is like this is gonna suck. This is a lot. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of shit going on. You're gonna make it through it. It's I mean, you got the upper hand with it. I even want to get a different 7. Okay, that's what I thought. Whenever I think of the 7 of swords, I always think of this. Look, Erica, this is the patch tarot where it's like we have all of this shit that's against us, but I got the bigger fucking sword. I'm going to be okay. So that's the exact energy of this week is there is fire, 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 like shit all over the place, but you're going to be able to get through it. They're focus on that new, go into that new energy. And this is also like that was we need to be in the moment, we need to be appreciating the beauty outside, all of that stuff. So slow down, don't just see struggle, see the beauty. And then back to the Freya. Oh fuck, I like fucked it all up in my head because I got so excited about what was Freya? She's the push.
Yeah, that's that dark feminine energy coming back out again.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
She's the push. Okay.
We're
You
going
are
for
loved. You can
love
do
and
it.
desires,
Mhm.
and yep.
It's all tapping into that Leo. Like that's funny because like that's one thing I do know about her is that seeing her and she has 2 cats next to her. So like think of them as lions. Like this is that Sun in Leo, Venus in Leo going retrograde. You're going to have the good Leo part and then you're going to have the bad Leo part. These are your 2 cats. You have the passion to make it through it. You can fucking do it and you are goddamn powerful. You got to get in touch with what you really want to do, what you feel like doing. This is a big, you have to change. That's literally all that means. Woo! Okay, so that's it. I forgot at the beginning of this that we needed to talk about all of our stuff or whatever, so I'm gonna make this kind of like fast. Make sure that you look underneath the descriptions wherever you're listening or watching this or whatever. All of our links and everything are all there. But the biggest news is we are running a fucking special. It's medium party, guys. We're calling it a sacred seance. That's the fucking coolest name ever. And you can have up to 10 people, possibly 15. We'll be at your house. You can come here, maybe. Like we can figure it out. It's good. You gather all your friends together. It's gonna be a great time. You can have a medium party. It's so much fun and it's cheap as shit. So check out that. That's our big special that we're running right now. Also, if you're interested, right now we are still in the beginning processes of the Awaken the Witch Festival. Vendors, we need sponsors, we need food people, we need entertainers still. So make sure to check out that as well as all of our individual sessions and whatever we do and our joint coaching sessions, which all is listed as well. I
Yeah,
talk
I
so
can't
much.
think. Oh no, I can. So also, when it comes to this podcast, we really appreciate you taking the time and tuning in and listening. If you find this information to be helpful or valuable to your life, please subscribe, share, like all the things. Just throw us a comment, give us some feedback, whatever. And also too, to just kind of put it out there that we're probably going to start doing a second podcast too.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And we've done some kind of plotting on like what we want it to look like, and I
Want it
think
to
it's
be a
gonna be
surprise.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And this might be
So
coming out soon. So be excited.
be excited.
God damn it. Yeah. But that's it, everybody. We made it an hour and 15 minutes. Yay. Okay. We love you. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.